All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Stevie Aquilina, and I'm joining you from the Gold Coast, Australia. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate that your time is valuable. I don't intend to waste it. I intend to give you some very valuable information this evening, so significant that you won't just find this important to you, but you will find this information to be important to everyone who is significant in your life. What I'll be sharing with you this evening is the most significant health and life science breakthrough of our lifetime. A category creating breakthrough. A breakthrough that doctors are saying is big, like the discovery of DNA, the discovery of penicillin. Yes, these were big breakthroughs. These were world-changing breakthroughs in health history. However, doctors are saying that this breakthrough may be within the magnitude, if not bigger, than those discoveries, and goes even deeper, does more than that. This is a very exciting and entirely new frontier in science, unlike anything you've seen before, that for 2 decades, science had declared was impossible. This is a breakthrough with enormous potential, and it's validated by renowned universities and world-leading laboratory studies. It's a very advanced breakthrough, 15 years ahead of its time. Just about any health challenge or goal you can think of, we're seeing just remarkable results. And drug companies wanted to shut it down. Now, before I tell you what this is, I want to be very crystal clear about what this is not. This is not a drug, thank goodness. It's also, tonight, we are not talking about vitamins, minerals, or antioxidant formulas. We're not talking about secret herbs, spices, exotic berries, fancy juices, super shakes, essential oils, magic magnets, alkaline waters, electrolyte waters, laser lights, CBD oils, roots from magical 5,000-year-old tree, or lotions, potions, gadgets, or any of the other really good stuff out there. We are talking about an entirely new frontier in science, a groundbreaking and category-creating sincere use of the word breakthrough. This is a SIA Redox cell signaling technology, and it contains active redox signaling molecules. What are those? Well, they are the exact same molecules, cellular messages that are already made within your body, and they affect everything in our body in a positive way, activating our cells, activating signaling, and affect everything right down to our gene expression in a positive way. Redox signaling molecules detect your healthy cells, and they tell those cells to protect themselves. They detect unhealthy cells and tell unhealthy cells to repair themselves back to healthy cells. However, if the unhealthy cell is too damaged to be repaired, then the redox molecules will tell that too damaged cell to die, and then tell a healthy cell to copy itself and replace that lost cell with a new healthy cell. Redox signaling molecules activate your body's immune system to protect against bacteria, viruses, and infection. Basically, redox signaling molecules are the activators and governors of all life in your body. If your body was to shut down its production of redox molecules right now, no tissue, no organ, no system could be healthy or function in your body. You would age within seconds and you die within just a few seconds after that. I stress, redox signaling molecules are literally the keys to life. And why is this important? Well, we're made entirely of cells. When your cells are healthy, you are healthy. When they're not, you're just not. Now, the unfortunate truth is that with age, diet, stress, toxins, and other environmental assaults, our cells break down and our body's ability to make redox molecules declines. And therefore, our cells' function and health break down. And as our cells break down, so with it does our body, our health, our wellness, our youth, our vitality. Now, again, I want to stress that none of the claims that we are making is from the company. The company takes the redox product, puts it into the hands of some of the most reputable scientific organizations in the world, and they say, here, you test it. Wherever the chips fall, they fall. You see, the CIA takes science seriously. They're highly committed to this ongoing research with renowned universities and leading laboratories because they want to prove the potential of redox signaling supplementation, and they do just that, demonstrating the safety and efficacy of the redox products certifying them as safe and effective in every body. Now, here's just small examples of the numerous amounts of scientific research that have been done on ASEA. ASEA Redox users, they enjoy cell signaling benefits which translate to health at its most foundational level. ASEA Redox has been scientifically tested and shown to signal the activation of genetic pathways and affect the genes that improve your immune system health, that help maintain a healthy inflammatory response, that help maintain cardiovascular health and support arterial elasticity, that improve gut health and digestive enzyme production, that modulate hormone balance to support vitality and wellness, and the list goes on and on and on. But to keep this short, ASEA Redox has also been scientifically tested and shown to enhance your body's own production and efficiency of antioxidants by up to 800%. Further scientific studies have proven that ASEA will lower oxidative stress. Now, this is important because oxidative stress is the precursor, is the cause to every degenerative condition. Every degenerative condition, and ASEA will lower those disease risk factors. Now, ASEA is proven time and time again throughout the years, throughout the decades now, to be 100% safe with 0% toxicity. Why? Because redox signaling molecules are native to your body. It's what your body makes already. It's already in your body. Your body just can't make enough of it anymore. Every single system, function, and operation of the body is being activated and told what to do by these cell-to-cell communicators, by these molecules, these redox signaling molecules. And that's most likely why any health challenge, whether it's you or whether it's a loved one, or any health goal, whether it's wanting to look and feel younger, or whether it's not wanting to become old and unwell because you understand the concept of prevention and keeping good health before you lose it, or whether it's being able to, be a better athlete, have higher levels of human performance, run longer, harder, faster, lift heavier, recover quicker, get more mass gains. Any health goal you can think of, the redox users, and not just them, but their doctors, are seeing just remarkable results. And on that note, I want to share a short clip with you of doctors talking about just this, redox signaling biochemistry. Why isn't it working? Let's see if this
Redox signaling molecules are like the DNA whisperer. They signal cells to be healthy. And because of age, because of medications, because of toxicity in the environment, you lose your ability to make the redox signaling molecules. So having them with ASEA simply replenishes what your body is doing natively when you were young. I've been in the business for 40 years, and this is the first time that I've ever heard about the redox signaling molecules, which to me is a breakthrough of the 21st century, akin to the electric light bulb in the 20th century and maybe even the discovery of penicillin. Because your body is a redox signaling program, and to be able to replenish it on a day-to-day basis, internally and externally, is not just a breakthrough, it's a game changer.
Health is something we have to earn. So what can I do to get to the root of things and really prevent problems from happening? Is it possible? And the answer is yes.
I think most people don't actually really consider their health until it's gone. So it's the choices that we make today that are going to determine the level of our wellness and our health and our healthy longevity tomorrow.
We want to keep people healthy. We don't want to see that deterioration. The whole process of the anti-aging and regenerative medicine that I'm so passionate about is on the premise that we can maintain energy, we can maintain health.
So prevention is key, but people need to value it, and people need to understand what it is and take responsibility.
Inside every cell in your body, you're constantly producing negative and positive molecules called oxidants and reductants, and the contraction of that name is redox.
So with these molecules, we're amping up that communication. We're helping that cell signal.
Without these cell signaling molecules, we simply wouldn't do the gene replication that we need, the DNA sequencing that we need. These redox signaling molecules interact throughout the body with every cell that we know.
Every cell in our body needs these molecules for communication purposes. The more balanced they are, the more abundant they are, the healthier we are.
ASEA actually has the combination of the oxidants and the reductants that the body makes. So all we're doing with ASEA is enhancing what the body is already doing.
Having a product, a technology that's native to the body doesn't have to worry about detoxifying it because it knows exactly what to do with redox molecules. It's one of, if not the safest recommendation I ever make to a patient.
They found a way to stabilize them outside the body. And you can actually put them back into bodies that are deficient in those molecules. That's a game changer.
To have something that at its molecular level is native to the body is nothing short of a breakthrough.
This is something that's foundational for health, for every cell. It affects every cell in our body. And not just the cells, but the very DNA within those cells. You know, we talk about the discovery of DNA as being a huge breakthrough, the discovery of penicillin. Yes, these were absolutely huge discoveries. But now we have something that actually goes even deeper.
This is where the future lies. And this is why redox chemistry and supplements that employ this are so powerful.
They literally turn on and turn off, signal every single process in every living cell. And to be able to stabilize a product that allows us to replenish that is just a phenomenal breakthrough.
This has the capability to change the landscape of the healthcare system as we know it.
So now that we've spoken a little bit about cellular health from the inside out, I'd like to be able to show you what it looks like from the outside in. We're able to do that with our topical versions of redox signaling molecules. Renew Advance, Revitalizing Redox Gel. Renew 28, Revitalizing Redox Gel. Our Renew Advance Intensive Redox Serum. These are our two topical versions of redox signaling molecules. Enhanced and complemented by our Gentle Refining Cleanser and our Ultra Replenishing Moisturizer, which are all natural or botanical products as well. Now, these are clinically tested. They are proven to be safe for all skin types, and 100% of the participants in the clinical trials saw visible benefits within just 30 minutes of using the products. But the proof is in the pudding, and a picture speaks 1,000 words. So let's just show you what these topical versions of the redox technology can do. And you're going to see more than anti-aging effects. You're going to see age reversing effects. You're going to see lines and wrinkles being ironed out, elasticity coming back to the skin, inflammations, irritations, aggravations, and other signs of poor health to the skin being replenished, being rejuvenated, being renewed, being brought back to proper levels of the skin. Even the aftermath of some of these unfortunate topical conditions, even the scarring being brought back to the proper balance, proper levels of the skin. And this is Rosie, and there's two morals of the story here with Rosie. One is make sure you take pictures. Have a look at the difference here. Rosie didn't think the products were working. Now, she didn't take the first two photos. Her doctor did. And so she had no idea, I guess, suppose because this technology is working in every single moment and every single day. And she didn't notice over the, moment to moment, the stretched out amounts of time, the change that was actually occurring. It wasn't until a doctor showed her photos when she saw this dramatic difference that you're seeing now. So number one, make sure you take photos, but also number two, some people notice results very quickly, like Rosie, over 7 weeks, as you can see in the first two photos. And others, they need to wait a little bit more time. What we do know is that redox signaling molecules work in every single person, every single time. That is a scientific fact. But what does differ from person to person is the time it takes them to notice the change. This is Dr. Marty Moran, and he decided to do a scientific experiment on his very own face and use Renew 28 on only half of his face and not the other. Can you spot the difference? Well, let me give you some clues. Have a look at the lines coming down each corner of the mouth, the lines coming down each side of the nose. Have a look around the cheeks, not just the lines, but maybe the puffiness and the bagginess and the sagginess, one side compared to the other. And here's a big clue. If there is in fact sagging, if there is in fact drooping, have a look at the glasses potentially leading to one side there. So if you said that he used it on our left-hand side or his right-hand side, correct. Absolutely. 100% correct. And it's not just for your face. Here is arms, hands, bellies, and bottoms. This is a picture of a scientific study that was done noting the effects of Renew 28 on cellulite. Ladies using Renew 28 on areas around the thighs and the buttocks where they had cellulite in this study were proven to be able to not just reduce the appearance of the cellulite, but upon doing ultrasounds, it was found that the subcutaneous fat causing the cellulite was actually being dissolved through applying the Renew 28. Now, it is a historical truth that with every great breakthrough comes great opportunity. The bigger the breakthrough, the bigger the opportunity. And what we are sharing with you right now is truly the most significant health and life science breakthrough of our lifetime. This has the very real potential of being the greatest healthcare breakthrough in healthcare history. Doctors are saying that this is spearheading right now some of the greatest advancements we've ever seen in all areas of healthcare in the world. And ASEA is based in Nobel Prize winning research. In fact, if you went along to a place where you can look up all peer-reviewed studies, this website here, pubmed.gov, the National Library of Medicine for the National Institute of Health, and you typed in redox signaling in the search bar, you would see that there are well over 30,000 results. This slide is very difficult for me to keep up with. It's already out of date because there's more than 150 studies coming out almost every single month. There have been over 1,500 medical textbooks that have been written on redox signaling molecules. It is one of the fastest, if not perhaps the fastest growing field of medical research right now. ASEA is the world's first and only redox signaling supplementation. So don't be fooled by attempts to perform clever marketing out there. There are a lot of companies now that are trying to copy the cell signaling marketing around ASEA, but I assure you they are only able to copy the marketing. They cannot copy the product. ASEA is heavily patented. That means we have no copycats. That means we have no one else in the world who is able to give you redox signaling molecules outside of the body. That means that we are without competition. No one has what ASEA has. And no one can do what ASEA does. No one. And so this creates massive opportunities across all health science sectors because ASEA gets to a depth and level of achievement in the human body unlike any other product can. And in fact, every other product in the world is only working in your body if you're using them because of redox signaling molecules. Everything in your body is only working because of redox molecules. So whether it be healthcare wellness, whether it be sports science or athletic performance, whether it be beauty, skincare, anti-aging, longevity, these are multi-trillion with a capital T, multi-trillion-dollar industries, and ASEA caters and betters all of them. Now, our mission here at ASEA is to better people's lives and to be a force for good in the world. We want to help a lot of people. We can't do that on our own. And so we look for people to help spread the word about ASEA. And ASEA in return gives you the opportunity to earn commissions just by sharing redox with others. You can receive an income, a residual income, not only from the ongoing purchases made by everyone you refer to ASEA, and you don't just get paid the first time they purchase the products, you get paid every time they repurchase the products and repurchase the products for the life of however long they want to continue to buy ASEA. But you're also paid from the ongoing purchases, every single person, every single purchase, every single time made by others, referring others who refer others to infinite recommendations and depth. So just like when you recommend a good movie, restaurant, cafe, book, or whatever, people can tell people who can tell other people who can tell more people that you've never even met. It can spread right around the world, and you get paid nothing for that. You get paid nothing for recommending movies. But with ASEA, you get paid every single time from every single person, every single recommendation worldwide. And ASEA is currently in 35 countries, and we're opening up new markets almost every single year. And based on the existing trends, the annual turnover is projected to exceed $500 million over the next 5 years. Now, some are saying that this is conservative, that $1 billion is what's actually possible. So this is an income disclosure statement. The circle on the left within it contains US incomes, monthly incomes, and the one on the right, Australian. So for people who are looking for, something on the side, maybe a side hustle, or maybe a little bit of extra income, or a part-time, or a full-time, or a big time, or I just want more time, or maybe a legacy leaving income for loved ones. For business-minded people, for people who are smart, switched on, who are clever, who can see a good thing when it's coming their way, who have been hoping, wishing, praying that they would one day be in the right place at the right time. This is an opportunity. This is a very real opportunity, a significant opportunity to be paid a residual commission from the growth of this global expansion. But there's nothing better. You can talk about all the money in the world, and I'm telling you, there is nothing better than making a living from bettering people's lives. That's what it's all about. You get to join forces with us and others who are also sincere and being a tremendous force for good in the world and backing this mission of bettering people's lives. You can even be rewarded with all expenses paid trips when travel goes back to normal to 5-star luxury locations around the world, as my wife and I have been lucky to do on a number of occasions. And you get to spend time with these really great people. You become great friends. They help you to be greater. Just being around them influences you to be greater. And then you become more, and then you do more, and then you give more, and then you get more. It's what we become that determines our income. And in ASEA, we certainly encourage, and one of our guiding principles is to become more. Now, I want to tell you why you're not hearing about this from your doctor right now, if you haven't heard it from your doctor, because there are hundreds of doctors around the world who are tipping this off to their patients. But the redox signaling molecules in ASEA were meant to become a mainstream medical product. It wasn't supposed to be shared with you in this unconventional way. But let me tell you, it is an unconventional product. This is not like anything you've ever heard of before. But the redox signaling molecules in ASEA, they're so impactful on the human condition that pharmaceutical companies did in fact offer to pay millions of dollars for the sole rights to the technology. However, they wanted ASEA to shut down, and they wanted to take everyone off redox. Now, thankfully, the founders of ASEA, Vertus and Norton, and his son Tyler Norton, said no to the payout and yes to the people experiencing the greatly needed, and for them, not just life-changing, but life-returning power of these redox signaling molecules. Because when Vertus and Tyler saw the effect that this breakthrough was having on people, they were filled with a deep sense of purpose, of duty, of obligation, that this was for the people. It needed to not just stay in the hands of the current people who had it, but it needed to be spread around the world. This is a breakthrough for humanity. And as demonstrated in this first decision, very important decision, not to sell out and to hold people first before profits. You can see in every decision that ASEA makes, their guiding principle is always to put people and principles before ego and economics. So, ladies and gentlemen, I assure you, you are in good, ethical, honest hands. I want to encourage you, get back to the person who shared this presentation with you. Don't worry about what the time is. They'll be glad to hear from you. Let them know what you've seen here tonight and what you like best about it. If you have any questions, ask them. They can point you to where you can find the answers, as there's plenty of university studies, and most importantly, real people's life-changing experiences for you to see. ASEA is the real deal. Now, again, at ASEA, our guiding principle here is to believe, belong, become more. We want to help you. At the very least, we want to help you to experience this redox reality so that you can live healthier, younger, longer, stronger. But we hope that you'll be able to invite many, many others to do the same. And we'll help you to do that. Because as you better the lives of others, here's the beautiful part, your life will become better. And from becoming more and more of a force for good in the world and joining a bigger and ever-growing force for good in the world within our ranks and our organization of ASEA, your life will be filled with more good. I want to thank you very, very much for joining me this evening. I hope that you may always be happy, always be well. And again, I must be very clear that ASEA does not claim to treat or cure any diseases. So thank you very, very much for joining me this evening. I will say this though, there is a promotion that's on right now, and you are able to be given hundreds of dollars. I mean, literally hundreds of dollars of free product, of discounts, more free products. And it is going to run out on the 31st of this month. Oh, I have a guest there. Just one second. I have somebody there, I think, that can say a quick word with us. Just one second. I'm going to turn on his mic. G'day, Raymond. Are you there, buddy?
Yeah, mate. Can you hear me?
I can. How you doing?
Good, mate. Good.
Excellent. Now, I know that you had your hands full, Mr. Mum.
Yep.
Yeah, you're a father of 100 kids.
Not quite. Seems like it.
So I know the hour that we have this on is kind of rush hour for you, getting the kids' dinner finished up, getting them into bed, getting them organised for school the next day. Good on you, champion. So I'm really glad that you can jump on and just share a few words with the folks here. So if you don't mind, I'm going to jump in and ask you a few questions.
Yeah, no worries.
Mate, now, it was a while ago that I introduced you to ASEA, right?
About a year ago, you first sort of mentioned it to me.
Now, be honest. You can be brutally honest. What did you think when I first tried to tell you about it?
I wasn't interested. I thought, oh, you're just selling me something again. I'm really not, everyone tries to sell stuff, and I just sort of, yeah, okay, no worries, Stevie, not a problem. Yeah, not a problem. Yeah.
You were a gentleman about it, by the way.
No, I'm glad to hear that.
So it was a year ago, right? And
yeah, about a year.
And so that's a long while. So in the beginning, you weren't interested. What started to change for you over that year period, though? What made you sort of start to think maybe twice or thrice or however many more times?
Well, the first thing was, like, every time we ran in or you'd message me or something, just to keep in contact, you'd sort of mention it, but you wouldn't sort of ram it down my throat. So it's like, oh yeah, I started sort of paying a bit more attention to what you're saying. And then you asked me to watch some videos. So I thought I'd check it out. I watched the videos and seen the history and technical stuff behind it. And then I became interested, but I was still hesitant for quite some time.
Sure. So how long ago was it we finally got you onto the molecules?
About three weeks now, maybe.
Yeah, so not very long, right?
No, not at all. No.
So this is an early on story. So before you took the molecules, though, you know, and again, I have to remind everybody here that we try our darndest to stay compliant. We can't make any medical claims. You know, we can't call ASEA a treatment or a cure for anything. So perhaps let me help you out, Raymond. Without mentioning the names of any medical conditions, can you tell me some of the dramas that was going on with your body?
Well, because of you know, my history with training martial arts and dancing and stunt work and stuff like that. I've always had knee problems, and I started having a hip problem. So with the pain that I was in, I just kept putting things off, and then a couple of weeks ago was probably when it was at its worst.
Yeah.
And I was willing to try anything.
Yeah.
Didn't care. I was willing to try. I was actually trying to find somewhere I could get surgery done. That's what I was looking at doing.
Yeah.
And I was taking like the maximum amount of osteo you can take a day. I was taking Celebrex, which is a pretty heavy inflammatory. Fish oil, you name it, anything. I was taking like 15 tablets a day at least, just to deal with. I had every 8 hours my phone alarm would go off, so I knew when to take my tablets, because if I didn't take them on the 8 hours, I was in a fair bit of pain. So yeah, so that was I was at the stage where I didn't care what it was, I'd try anything. And then I thought, well, this thing that you keep mentioning, worst case scenario, it doesn't work, and then I look for something else.
And, you know, I mean, not at any age does anyone want to be taking a lot of medications. You know, and it's unfortunate that, you know, stereotypically, we see a lot of, you know, our aged family and friends taking a lot of medications, but you're not an old dude.
Oh, I don't consider myself as old, no.
No, right? And you were on a lot of medications. And so on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like, you know, the maximum amount of hurting you could experience, what would you say your score was on you know, on a bad day?
On a bad day, it would be 10 easy. Like on a good day, it was a resting 6 all the time.
Resting 6. Okay, so a 6 to a 10, yeah.
Yeah, on a bad day, it would be 10 if I moved the wrong way, if I jarred it. Like, I'd have to stop doing what I was doing because the pain was that bad. I have to stop and get myself together and keep going.
Now, when your products arrived,
yep,
I got you to pull out the gel, and we did something. It was over the phone because you're still in Sydney and I've moved to the Gold Coast.
Yep.
So do you want to tell the folks about that experience?
Oh, I was blown away. I got my stuff out and I had it all over the bench, and I took a picture and sent it to you saying, look, I've got all my stuff. And then you rang me and said, look, how about we do a test? I said, yeah, okay, no worries. And I think you call it 3 and 5. I think that was the test. So me hobbled to my bedroom with the gel. And you told me you're going to put a timer on, and put some of the gel on at the beginning of the 5 minutes, and probably a minute and a half to 2 minutes in, do it again, and then again to finish up with the 5 minutes. So I went in there thinking, yeah, okay, whatever, let's see what happens. Still very skeptical. And then I put the gel on, and there's no word of a lie because my partner was there with me. She was watching this happen. And I've put the gel on my hip, so around the parts that were aggravating me. And within 30 seconds, I was rotating swinging my leg around, like doing hip rotations and stuff, which I haven't been able to do in a couple of years. And then put the second one on, and I didn't mention that to you. I was doing it, and my partner was looking at me thinking, oh my God, I can't believe that you've actually got movement. It was a little bit twingy when I was doing it because I just put the first lot on. Put the second lot on, and ever since that day, for my hip and my knee pain, I've had no painkillers whatsoever.
Wow.
On the 6th day, I took 2 ibuprofen, but that's because I had a really bad headache, and so I had to take something for that. But I did sort of last almost 8 to 9 hours before I took anything. But as in hip and knees, mate, I haven't touched anything since I first took that first dose and had the cream on. So, yeah, it's great.
That is fantastic. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. And so it's been about, I think you said, I think it's about 3 weeks now?
About 3 weeks, I think.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Anything else to report in these early days?
I'm finding that I do have good and bad days. So, like, some days I might be a bit achy and thinking, oh, what have I done? And then I think to the day before, I thought, well, I've done a hell of a lot more yesterday than what I've normally done. So if I do a heavy movement day where I'm not used to doing it, I'm a little bit tender the next day. Other than that, I'm great. I feel good. Like today, it was twinging a fair bit today, but that was only when I sort of, I'd move a certain way, but then it'd be gone. So it'd be like an instant, and then it's gone again. Where if that happened to me before, I would have been in pain for the next couple of hours. Yeah. So it's like and I'm finding new things. So if I do something that I haven't done in a while, I'll sort of notice it. And it comes down to a lot of it is strength because of the injury that I had. I've lost so much muscle mass and strength in my left leg, completely right down my leg. So the strength is a big issue, and I'm noticing that more than I am the injury pain. So, but yeah, every day is great. I'm feeling better, drinking my drink. I put my gel on once in the morning, once at night. That's it. I haven't had to double up on it during the day or anything like that. Yeah, it's great. It's awesome,
mate. That's fantastic. That's really, really good news, and I appreciate you Appreciate you so much, and appreciate you sharing the story with everyone.